Hello everyone. Welcome back to our channel, Canada Immigration. We hope you're doing great. Well, in this video, we'll talk about Canadian immigration policy, addressing imbalances and revisiting temporary residency. In the ever-evolving landscape of Canadian immigration policy, recent discussions have centered around the potential resurgence of Canadian Experience Class, CEC, draws and the implementation of caps on temporary residents. Minister Mark Miller's recent announcements have stirred speculation and anticipation within the immigration community, as stakeholders eagerly await clarity on these proposed changes. Against the backdrop of shifting demographic trends and economic imperatives, the prospect of CEC draws and caps on temporary residence carries significant implications for individuals seeking pathways to permanent residency, as well as for the broader immigration landscape. In this video, we delve into the intricacies of these proposed measures, exploring their potential impact and implications for prospective immigrants and Canadian society as a whole. So, to get all the information, pay attention and watch the video through to the end. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for upcoming episodes. So, without any further delay, let's jump into the video. Canadian immigration policy, addressing imbalances and revisiting temporary residency. In recent years, Canada has witnessed a significant influx of temporary residents, including international students, temporary foreign workers, and visitors. This surge has contributed to a notable demographic shift, with temporary residents comprising approximately 6.2% of the total population, translating to roughly 2.6 million individuals. This demographic reality stands in stark contrast to the annual immigration targets set by the Canadian government, which aim to welcome 485,000 newcomers, with only a fraction allocated to economic programs, typically ranging between 265,000 to 285,000 individuals. This incongruity underscores a pressing issue: the growing disparity between the number of temporary residents and available slots for permanent residency. Addressing the imbalance. Recognizing the challenges posed by this demographic misalignment, policymakers have initiated measures to mitigate the disproportionate presence of temporary residents. Minister Mark Miller's recent announcements signal a concerted effort to reduce the percentage of temporary residents from 6.2% to 5% over the course of 3 years. While the proposed reduction may appear modest in scale, it represents a crucial step towards restoring equilibrium in Canada's immigration landscape. Cap on international students. One notable strategy employed to achieve this objective is the imposition of a cap on the number of international students admitted annually. For the current year, authorities have set a target of admitting approximately 296,000 international students, encompassing various academic programs ranging from diploma courses to graduate studies. However, the total number of applications accepted exceeds this quota, with authorities projecting a refusal rate of nearly 40%. This stringent selection process underscores the imperative for prospective international students to meticulously prepare their applications, emphasizing their academic objectives, career aspirations, and ties to their home countries. Implications for prospective applicants. The implementation of quotas and heightened scrutiny in the evaluation of applications necessitates a strategic approach for prospective applicants. In addition to fulfilling academic requirements, applicants must articulate compelling narratives detailing their motivations for studying in Canada and their commitment to returning to their home countries upon completion of their studies. Moreover, the introduction of Provincial Attestation Letters, PALS, underscores the significance of regional endorsements in bolstering the credibility of applicants' intentions and aspirations. Provincial responses. Several provinces have proactively responded to the evolving immigration landscape by endorsing PALS and enhancing collaboration with federal authorities. Alberta, British Columbia, Manitoba, and Quebec have emerged as pioneers in this regard, streamlining the application process and providing additional avenues for prospective immigrants to demonstrate their eligibility and commitment to regional integration. Canadian immigration policy, provincial initiatives and LMIA reforms. In the ever-evolving landscape of Canadian immigration policy, recent announcements by Minister Mark Miller signal a concerted effort to address pressing challenges and recalibrate demographic imbalances. While Ontario and the Atlantic provinces have yet to fully engage with these changes, the impending deadline of March 31 looms as a catalyst for action. As we await the implementation of provincial attestation letter processes, prospective applicants are advised to proceed with their admissions applications, with PAL attestation letters to follow suit. Miller's initiative to reduce the percentage of temporary residents from 6.2% to 5% underscores a commitment to achieving a more sustainable immigration framework. This endeavor entails not only reforms in international student admissions but also stricter scrutiny of visit visa applications to curb misuse and address rising asylum claims. Additionally, significant amendments to LMIA applications are set to take effect, reflecting a broader strategy to align immigration policies with economic and social imperatives. Changes in LMIA applications. Effective May 1st, several key revisions to LMIA applications will come into effect, reflecting a concerted effort to streamline processes and enhance responsiveness to evolving labor market dynamics. Notably, the validity period for LMIA approvals will be reduced from 12 months to 6 months, signaling a more stringent timeline for employers and prospective foreign workers. This adjustment underscores the need for expeditious action in securing work permits or initiating permanent residency applications within the stipulated timeframe. Furthermore, the cap for low-wage LMIA applications will be reduced from 30% to 20%, with exceptions granted to critical industries such as agriculture, healthcare, and construction. These changes reflect a targeted approach to managing labor market demands while ensuring equitable opportunities for domestic and foreign workers alike. Enhanced recruitment requirements. In line with efforts to prioritize domestic labor force participation, employers will face heightened scrutiny in their recruitment efforts for LMIA applications. Beyond demonstrating efforts to recruit Canadian citizens or permanent residents, employers must now also consider asylum seekers as potential candidates for available positions. This video criterion underscores the need for thorough documentation and evidence of recruitment endeavors, underscoring the imperative for employers to exhaust domestic labor pools before turning to foreign workers. While these requirements may pose additional challenges for employers, they represent a concerted effort to address labor market imbalances and foster inclusivity within Canada's workforce. Domestic focus and housing considerations. Amidst concerns over housing affordability and the broader socio-economic impact of immigration, Minister Miller hinted at a forthcoming focus on domestic priorities. Implicit in this acknowledgement is a recognition of the need to strike a balance between temporary residence and permanent residency quotas, while also addressing the growing strain on housing markets in major urban centers. As policymakers navigate the complexities of immigration policy, a renewed emphasis on domestic considerations underscores a commitment to fostering sustainable growth and equitable opportunities for all residents. The potential impact of domestic draws on Canadian immigration policy. The significance of domestic draws. Minister Miller's reference to domestic draws suggests a strategic pivot towards prioritizing applicants already residing within Canada's borders. Speculation abounds regarding the inclusion of temporary residents, including international students and foreign workers, in these draws. By collaborating with provincial authorities, the federal government seeks to leverage the talents and contributions of individuals already integrated into Canadian society. Moreover, the potential introduction of Canadian Experience Class (CEC) specific draws within the express entry system holds promise for addressing long-standing concerns surrounding pathways to permanent residency for temporary residents. Addressing housing market pressures. Central to the rationale behind prioritizing domestic draws is the desire to alleviate pressures on Canada's housing market. By incentivizing temporary residents to transition to permanent residency status, policymakers aim to reduce the influx of newcomers from abroad while simultaneously addressing housing affordability challenges. The introduction of CEC-specific draws offers a targeted approach to retaining skilled individuals already residing in Canada, thereby mitigating the strain on housing resources in major urban centres. Additionally, by facilitating the integration of temporary residents into permanent residency pathways, policymakers seek to foster social cohesion and community stability, enriching the fabric of Canadian society. Balancing talent acquisition and domestic priorities. While the focus on domestic draws signals a commitment to addressing local needs and priorities, policymakers must strike a delicate balance between talent acquisition and domestic considerations. While international recruitment remains essential for filling critical skill gaps and driving economic growth, prioritizing domestic applicants offers a pragmatic solution to addressing immediate labor market demands. By providing pathways to permanent residency for temporary residents with Canadian work experience, policymakers can harness existing talent pools while promoting social inclusion and economic prosperity. Navigating implementation challenges. Despite the potential benefits of domestic draws, their effective implementation poses various challenges and considerations. Ensuring equitable access to permanent residency pathways for all eligible applicants, regardless of their geographic location or socio-economic background, remains paramount. Furthermore, policymakers must adopt measures to prevent potential abuses, such as fraudulent claims of Canadian work experience or exploitation of temporary residents. Strengthening oversight mechanisms and enhancing collaboration between federal and provincial authorities can help safeguard the integrity of the immigration system while maximizing the benefits of domestic draws. As Minister Mark Miller's announcements signal a potential paradigm shift in Canadian immigration policy, stakeholders across the board are poised to navigate the implications of these proposed measures. Whether the resurgence of CEC draws or the implementation of caps on temporary residence, the trajectory of Canadian immigration policy remains a subject of intense scrutiny and debate. As we await further developments and clarifications, it is imperative for stakeholders to remain informed and engaged in shaping the future of immigration in Canada. Through collaborative efforts and proactive dialogue, we can strive towards a more inclusive, equitable, and sustainable immigration framework that benefits both newcomers and Canadian society as a whole. That is all for today. In this video, what are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later, in the next episode. Till then, take care.